It is that time. So, the new dragon of the month for next month has now been revealed to us, and I don't think anyone's going to be surprised that, of course, it is going to be the Scorpio dragon because we're doing the whole zodiac collection thing. But Scorpio here, we now know what the elements are going to be to breed it when it gets released next month, and that is what we will be going through. We'll be going through some of the best combinations to breed it as well. But Scorpio here is a legendary water and fire dragon, and we do have some of the stats actually on the DML wiki itself. I hope that these aren't outdated or anything like that, but according to the wiki, he has 75 base attack and 244 HP. He's not very impressive stat-wise by any stretch. He's not really any kind of exception dragon or anything like that that is actually anything significant. So this is more or less just going to be another collection dragon for the Zodiac collection. I mean, maybe you want to use him on your team because of his elements, but water and fire, they're sort of iffy elements to put together. But regardless, the main thing to note about this dragon, apart from his actual design, which is pretty cool, I like the black and the purple going on, is the bottom here of this image that says what the elements that we are going to need are. So, it shows us that we are going to need plant, wind, water, and metal elements, and you might be coming up with a couple of ideas for different combinations that you might want to use, but of course, as always, Idwine has posted along with this image here the best possible combinations for in terms of amount of outcomes and things like that. I'm sure that the DML planner will be updated very soon with all of this and average misbreed times and everything like that, which is why I do the breeding guide separate on release day. But anyway, we have the top recommended combination here is wind plus coral, and of course, I have to say this every time just so that people understand, if you don't have a coral dragon somehow, then you can also use any dragon that has the same elements as the coral dragon, so the Dial, the Jormungand, or the warrior dragons, and they will also work. So the benefit out of using this is that there are only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different possible outcomes, excluding the actual Scorpio dragon, of course. And now with the VIP dragon breeding change, we don't actually have the chance to breed the VIP dragons again anymore because they have been removed from the breeding pool multiple times. You can only have one of each VIP dragon now, so make sure you pay attention. So that's actually going to be one less possible outcome for anyone that already has the VIP dragon or doesn't have VIP at all. So that is going to be the number one combination suggested on here. That may not be the best overall when we take a look at all the stats, but that is going to be a very good combo. So it's a really nice and easy one to get as well. Coral's super easy. So some of the other combinations that we've got here are water plus jade. Jade is not the easiest dragon to get hold of, but then we have this one here, which is plant plus regal. Regal is another really easy epic to get a hold of. Or of course you can use the steampunk box or arctic dragons if you don't have the regal dragon somehow. Maybe you never got around to breeding it. And for this combination here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pretty much exactly the same as the other one, or very close to it. I think it's just got slightly longer breeding times for this one. So plant plus regal is not going to be the best combo, but it's going to be very close. So again, plant plus regal. If you've got a regal dragon, make sure you level it up and get it ready. And then we do have a few other ones that are suggested here. Metal plus go green, nurture, elixir, springtime sprite. So say that you manage to breed an elixir dragon, you can also use that. And this one only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 possible outcomes. But the problem is, even though it's got less outcomes, which makes your chances of breeding Scorpio quite a bit higher, the problem is we've got 2 really long breeding times here, sitting at 16 and 18 hours. And then, if you don't have any of those epics or rares or anything else that you want to use, then you can also use Tornado plus Melon, which is a super easy combo, but there are going to be more outcomes, and there are going to be a couple of really long breeding times still. So those are the main ones that I am going to be suggesting to you right now. Again, go for the ones that have the least amount of outcomes, the lowest overall breeding times, and I mean, if the dragons are easy to get a hold of, that is even better, because it means that even lower level guys have a good shot at breeding it. But this combination here is probably going to give around about a 3% chance, the top one, Wind and Coral, 3%, 2.5% chance base of breeding Scorpio. But as we have seen this month, my luck with the Libra Dragon has not been too good. It used to be with Dragons of the Month that it was actually really rare to get one that had over 6 outcomes, depending on the breeding pair that you used, but it feels like they're using the slightly tougher pairings these days. Reason being, I don't know, maybe they just want to force people to have a worse time, but you know, that new Scorpio Dragon will be coming out in 4.5 days time, just over, so there is not very long to wait. But you gotta remember that tomorrow we are gonna be getting a castle event, which means that you might want to start breeding for the Scorpio Dragon straight away, but it's actually going to be a bad idea, because just like with the solo event, if you try and breed the Scorpio during a castle event, it's also going to severely impact your event progress. So you got to decide if it's worth it or not for you. But along with the monthly dragon breeding, we do also have the next dragon of the week, which has been revealed to us, and apparently it is going to be the Jester Dragon. So combination for him is going to be Razor plus Snow Dragons. His breeding time is 22 hours. There are quite a few other outcomes here, not gonna lie, which are kind of annoying, but he is the weekly dragon. If you never managed to get him before, you got another chance to get him now. But with all the other dragon breeding and monthlies and stuff like that going on, most people are probably not going to be too bothered about getting the Jester Dragon again. So, along with that, the only other thing to really, I guess, that I wanted to comment on, for now that's, you know, kind of not related to breeding, is the actual Sugar Rush event. Because I was going to see if I wanted to do a full focus on the actual Sugar Rush event, I'm not sure yet. But I've seen a lot of people complaining that the limit of 12 quests that you can do in the new event is way too low, and everyone was finished by like 6 hours in. The problem with that I can see has probably happened is the fact that during the Sugar Rush clan event, I don't have it on this account right now so I can't actually show you, but what people have been doing with Sugar Rush is they want to get their blue clan tokens, and I mean, you can do that if you want to, but in the Sugar Rush event, it is really, really bad for you to go ahead and try and do the really low scoring quests. Like, it's really not a good idea to do that, because you know that you've only got a limit of 12, I think it's 15 if you spend gems to unlock a few more, and after that you can't do any more quests. So even though the harder quests might take, I don't know, 16 hours for you to complete, they are going to give your clan a hell of a lot more points total. So the people that have been complaining that they finished the Sugar Rush event, like all of their available quests within a day, it's obvious that what they've done is they've just gone ahead and done really easy quests. You gotta remember that you can reroll quests and you can wait for different quests to come through, so you don't have to be stuck waiting just for, you know, or you don't have to be stuck doing these like 5,000 point quests, because if you can only do 12 of them, you don't want to be doing super low scoring quests. I mean, we explained this when we originally went through the Sugar Rush event, that the best ones for you to do are going to be the highest point scoring quests, and I think a few of those are like arena fights, where it's like do 35 arena fights or something and then you'll get like 35,000 points. I don't know, I don't think there's one exactly like that, but you want to go for the 30,000 point quest, the 35,000 point quest, the legendary quests when they come up. You don't want to be doing the low scoring quests because you're not going to get a high score that way. So all of the people at the moment that are, you know, complaining that there aren't enough quests and they're bored and they finished the clan event, maybe that's because you didn't actually tackle the clan event in the way that you should have. And I know that it's a relatively new event, people have to get used to it, but we have had Sugar Rush before, and it's very, very similar to the first time we had it. And back then, we sort of told everyone, you know, don't do the super low scoring quests, they're pointless, you're not going to get a lot of points for your clan, but people still did it. I think that the reason that the low scoring quests are in there is because if you're a really low level player, maybe you can't do the higher tier quests, so they give you the lower tier quests to do just so that you have something to do and you can still get clan points. But a lot of players that have hit like max level or close to max level and they've been playing for years and they've got level 100 dragons and a billion habitats, they're still doing the low tier quests. So if you were one of the people that did that, you've probably sort of stunted the amount of points that you can get this time around. It was probably a massive mistake. What you want to be doing instead is focusing on those longer quests that give more points, and then say you don't have a hell of a lot of time left, maybe you've only got a day left of the clan event, but you've still got like 6 quests to do. That is when you should go and try and do the low tier quests instead, only if you're like strapped for time. It's not you do a bunch of low tier quests first and then you do like one high tier quest. Don't do it that way around. Get as many of the major point scoring quests that you can out of the way, and then if you don't have the time to do any more, do the lower tier ones. You know, it makes sense, and that is the best way to get the most points out of the event. But, well, I guess people just don't really like to think sometimes. So I hope that if we do actually get the event again anytime soon, I hope that people have learnt. I hope that people now sort of understand it a bit better, because it was, you know, I understand the frustration with trying to get clan points every day if you're only doing the higher tier quests. That's not fair, because if you didn't know, basically the way that works is doing the Sugar Rush actual quests themselves give you the daily clan points, but if you're doing the higher tier quests, you're not going to be getting all of the blue clan points. So I think that's more so a balance problem, as in that's something that Gameloft themselves needs to fix before now and the next time the event comes out, because that is a problem. People's complaints about that I 100% understand. But saying that there aren't enough slots for quests, I can still understand that, because, I don't know, say you want to super try hard and you want to waste money on getting more quests and everything and speeding up quests, you can't even pay to win. Maybe that's why everyone's angry, because you can't even pay to win at that point. So maybe that's why people are angry. When you put on such a limit, it means that rather than people just using all of their gems to generate new stuff, they have to legitimately think. And as you may know, many people in DML don't actually like to think while they're doing their events. I don't know why, because it's not like it requires an insane amount of human effort to go, oh yeah, I won't get as many points if I do quests that give me less points. That's like as far as the thinking has to go. But regardless, that is the deal with the Sugar Rush event. Am I upset that I didn't get to play it on PC? No, because I didn't like the event the first time, especially considering that when we first heard about the Sugar Rush event, they made it sound like it would be like a major clan participation style event where you sort of interact with your clan and you do quests together, but it was never actually like that. It's just you have your own quests to do and you have to fight your clan members for the quests that you want. It feels like they're not actually helping you. If anything, it feels like they're more of a hindrance a lot of the time. Because yeah, they can do quests while you're doing quests, which will boost your clan's overall score. But at the same time, if there was a quest that you really wanted, and then someone takes it just before you do, then you're going to be stuck doing a quest that you don't want to do. And it's just little situations like that that, rather than it feeling like a group sort of, I guess, joint effort, it just feels competitive within your own clan. And I didn't like that. I was really hoping that we were gonna get like an actual team feeling clan event, and we never got that. And we still don't have that. So, those are my gripes with the event. I'm not upset that I didn't get to actually play it this week. Am I excited for it to come back again? No, not really. Not really at all. But to be fair, I don't like clan events as they are, but it's just another clan event that I don't care about. It's like I could literally play the entire game and not care that I never ever enter one of those ever again. I don't think it should be like that. I don't think I should ever feel like that about any event. It's just like how with the solo event, with how demanding the timers are in this event, because I believe the highest cooldown is like 3 hours or something like that. So you have to be logging in within every 3 hours. And with me being on PC, one, it's not really doable if you have literally anything to do in life. And plus, it's so incredibly draining and boring. That's why I've not moved off of tier 5. I don't care enough to literally waste my, or like ruin my entire week's schedule just for an epic. And that's it. Why has it gotten to this point where it's like clan event, don't care. Where it's like new solo event, I don't care. You know, there's just something really wrong when you get to that point. And it hasn't just been me. People were complaining about it like a year ago, that things just felt like they weren't getting easier, they were getting harder. You know, we saw that with divine events in particular, with the castle events, how they got more difficult, and then how with castle events we had that little period of time where they decided to take away the RNG aspect of point earning, and then they put it in straight again the event afterwards. Ugh. It feels like a lot of things, it's like they try and make them better, they do a good thing, and then they just reverse it straight afterwards. So I'm really burnt out with DML events at the moment. And plus, with this solo event coming out, I don't care. We've got a castle event starting tomorrow. I would rather do the castle event than a solo event just for a random epic that I could not care less about. And I know that I am not alone in that. If you are enjoying it, I'm happy for you. But let's agree to disagree on that one. But regardless, that is all the new stuff for now that we should need to know. When stuff comes out tomorrow, we will obviously go through it. Because new castle event, we're going to have new whale marks, so we're probably going to have weekend events and things like that. We will go through all of it together. But for now, thank you for joining me. And until the next time I see you, I will see you then.